Then the other question I get is, should I buy additional service credit? Well, let me read you what I have here, and then I'm going to go through an example that is a true life example that I got off the Sacramento Bee website. You can buy additional service credit. There's a lot of different ways. Maternity leave, Vista, there's a lot of different things. But the one that's the most popular that I'm asked a lot about is permissive service credit, or what's called airtime. And they call it airtime because you don't actually have to have that service credit to buy it. That's why it's full of air. That's where it comes up to that. And it needs to be calculated for each individual to see if it makes sense to buy it. Remember, there's no contribution by your employer. So remember, Los Rios is putting in 9.124% on your behalf. Well, when you buy that airtime, you got to buy both of these together. So just look at it and say, well, okay, because this is kind of like your match. You're getting more than 100% match from your employer to put into your pension. I say it's a personal decision, so you need to crunch the numbers. But let me use an example, and I'm going to quote directly from one of the other good places to find good information on CalPERS. It's from the Sacramento Bee. Again, it's for state workers, but a lot of the CalPERS issues affect you as a school employee too, and it's called The State Worker. And they have a blog, and this is from an article back on September 9th of this year. It says, CalPERS board to consider immediate hike in airtime costs. They didn't, but they're considering it. But let me give you this example, and I'll write it down. I bought two because that's all I could afford. And what this lady, I'm assuming it's EDH woman, so that she bought 2 years of service credit. But I applied to purchase as an associate ISA. Whatever ISA stands for, I don't know. She's an ISA. While they were processing her paperwork, while it was being processed, and later got a promotion to senior ISA, the break-even as an associate for her to buy it was 10.7 years. And I'll show you the numbers in a second that she uses. It moved down to 7.7 years. Oops, I'm sorry, I got it wrong here. It's the associate, and then, I'm sorry, then it was a senior. Oh, yeah, and then we've got the staff is down here. Okay. Then when she got to staff, it was 2.7 years. Because when she originally bought it at Associate ISA, it was, I'll read this, I feel fortunate that I was able to do so. I did this right at the beginning of the offering, when it was taking 6 to 8 months for processing. Even at that, each year cost $12,308. So if you multiply that times 2, that's $24,616. Now, by the time she got down to staff, it was now $19,292. So that's what, $38,000, what, around about $600 approximately. Because the key is, if you want to buy the airtime, buy it when you're younger, it's cheaper, and at a lower salary. Because when she did it here, the assumption that PERS makes, it's done on what's called a present value, and I've got some actuarial terms if you want to be bored by that, but I've got all the statistics. They calculate that's what her salary is going to be. Well, because her salary went up, it would have cost her this much more money to buy it. So then her break even, you can see, is that 2.7. And the thing is, that can be bought on a monthly basis. It can be bought with a rollover of a 403B or a 457. There's different ways you can buy it. But you do really want to stress that it is, you know, it really is a personal decision.